Hey guys, this is Pikmin Master, and welcome to the first thoughts on of Season 6. So, normally I wouldn't talk about stuff like this, however, I'm probably going to fuse what I'm going to talk about with some other stuff that pretty much went on with the topic. So you probably heard by now the news that some time ago Nintendo has, made copyright stuff with YouTube, and that if you upload a video with a certain amount of Nintendo content, they will get whatever ad revenue you get out of the video normally. So in other words, it's pretty much made to target Let's Players. Now here's my main opinion about that before going to the real topic. One, would you rather have the alternative? Two, if you ask me, they're probably gonna deal with first-party Nintendo titles over 10 minutes. Therefore, if you're playing a Pokemon Let's Play, then it's not going to count because it's Pokemon's second party. Yes, like Game Freak doesn't technically work for Nintendo. However, they pretty much made a deal with Nintendo to only make stuff for their systems. But Game Freak can just go to Sony and Microsoft and make games for them, and they just choose not to. Anyway, and third, I'm actually was not surprised at all. It's kind of weird. I don't know why I'm not surprised. Well, probably because since I have a relatively low fan base and I don't get much money, if at all, from making videos, so it's not gonna affect me or anything. But I just probably Nintendo hasn't done it earlier. To be honest, to be perfectly honest, I probably Nintendo hasn't done it earlier. But again, Nintendo could do this. Yeah, they have their own right to do this. I mean, again, would you rather have the alternative? At least Nintendo's kind enough to let you still make videos. But of course, what everyone says that because video games are interactive, it pretty much makes it their game, not Nintendo's game. Like, for example, you know how movies, right? Let's say movies, TV shows, comic books, etc. If let's say we'll make a video on YouTube showcasing them. Like, for example, you wouldn't dare do what Linkara is doing on YouTube because it has the copyright whoever made the comic. Or you wouldn't do stuff that like every single movie reviewer ever is doing. It's because due to the copyrights of whoever has made these the media, will put shut down your video. But for video games, I'm pretty much gonna say what everyone states. Every single game that people play, they make their own choices. Like, for example, I have a copy of Pikmin 2 right in front of me. You know how you can get you know how at the beginning you could just get get your 25 Pikmin for Pikmin 1, and whatever you do past on the second day, do whatever. But of course, you can make even that part interactive by saying, like, how are you going to get those Pikmin? Or are you going to get those Pikmin? You don't necessarily have to get 25 Pikmin on the first day of Pikmin 1. You don't have to. But systematically you could, so you could. Also, let's say you put games with what's it called? QuickTime events. Let's say put a game with QuickTime events. There is still interactivity there. So you can just choose. Of course, the standard route is to do whatever the QuickTime event tells you to. But again, there's another option. You can just not do the QuickTime event and suffer the consequences. Because you can do that. It's your choice. I mean, granted, you probably need to do it to compress the game, but you can choose not to and die. Because here's the thing. Let's say you're a Let's Player, and let's say you want to, I don't know, let's play a game. I'm gonna choose something. Let's say you want to. What's it going? Let's say you want to Let's Play Luigi's Mansion, right? Because sequel's out and I have it in front of me, so because I could. Let's say you have one Let's Play Luigi's Mansion, right? And there's like a bunch of ghosts you can take down and stuff like that. There is no set order of which you have to suck a ghost, and there's pretty much usually only one way to suck said ghost, but how you're gonna do that one thing is up to you. Let's say you're one Let's Player's Let's Play of Luigi's Mansion is inevitably going to be completely different from the next person's Let's Play of Luigi's Mansion. Even though they're the same game made by the same company, what they do is different. Therefore, it counts as, I guess it'll count as fair use. But then again, what is fair use? No, seriously, what is fair use? It's so broad that it doesn't even matter. Not, which made intentionally so you don't have no idea what it is. But again, interactivity beats copyright pretty much.
No copyright law in the universe is going to stop me!
Or at least beats major copyright. Like a strict copyright in that, oh, they own the game. Sure, they own the game. But you own what you do with the game. So it's like saying, I don't know, probably that's a bad example, but what about, let's say you want to make an Apple app. An app for, the current iPhones, right? You're going to make your own thing. You made the code, right? However, because Apple owns the iPhone, you have to pay them a lot just to get the phone. I don't know how app making works. I kind of want to try some of that, but do you have to pay Apple to get your app online? I don't know. Maybe you do, but if it is, it's a bad example. Or maybe, I don't know, you just, let's say you make something, make a game or something. Would you have to pay the person who made the engine let you use it? I don't even know. But it's kind of thing. Even though someone owns something, that doesn't mean that they could take it if you can do something unique to it. Okay, that is my thoughts on whatever it's going to be. However, that's time for the real thing. I know it's like 6.5 minutes into this. However, let's look at like the whole point, because this leads to something else. This leads to people's respect of Nintendo in general. Okay, here's the thing. Holy cow, what's going on? It's like a truck going on. Anyway, so you know how the video game crashed, right? And then Nintendo stepped up and pretty much made games like fun again. And since then, people have been respecting Nintendo even if they don't really care about their games. Heck, as you know, I am not a Mario fan. I'm not a Zelda fan. But just because I'm not a fan doesn't mean I can't respect Nintendo. I mean, let's say Twitch have a PlayStation or something. I'm pretty much a Sony fan. I'm a Sony fan, and I pretty much will defend their system to death. I would still respect Nintendo. I mean, they're a respectable company, since unlike Sony or Microsoft, Nintendo has pretty much been a pure video game company since the Famicom. Since the Famicom, Nintendo's been a pure video game company, meaning that because they don't own or major owner of a lot of stuff, they can't get profits out of something other than video games. I mean, with Sony, they make hardware, they make computers, they make TVs, that sort of thing. And Microsoft is like the best software company in the world. Heck, my laptop is a Sony Vaio with Windows 7. That says a lot. But again, I pretty much only play Nintendo systems because, well, I respect Nintendo. I mean, because there are a lot of stuff that I actually do like. Well, that and the fact that I always view Sony as, oh, it's that one system for teenagers who whatever, and Xbox is that one system that only has shooters. I mean, I know the Xbox doesn't only have shooters, but it's pretty well known for only have sorry, my bad. But Microsoft is well known for their shooters. They have Halo. They have the best Call of Duty. Yeah, granted, a whole bunch of other systems Call of Duty, but who plays Call of Duty anything on the Xbox? But Battlefield, again, same thing with Call of Duty. Something else, some other X shooter here. But here's kind of the idea. A lot of the good games for Xbox have some sort of shooter element onto it. Not all of them, mind you. There are probably some good Xbox only games. Xbox only games. Yeah, that's a lot to itself. That are not shooters or doesn't have any guns on it, but you kind of get the idea. The best thing the Xbox has is shooters and its control. Granted, I tried the Xbox 360 controller, and it does feel cool. But again, why play if they have shooters? I mean, yes, yeah, the Xbox has Xbox Live Arcade, but the thing, the thing with Microsoft and Sony's systems, since they both pretty much have the same games, only with a few differences, and how the competition between the 7th generation consoles, the Wii, the 360, the PS3, it's really the Xbox and the PS3, because most people who care about competition to consoles only cares about the 360 and the PS3 without even give a care about the Wii. Even though the Wii pretty much destroyed their in terms of sales, but in terms of like how people play their games, it's a different story. But again, people's respect of the Wii. So people respect the Wii enough to gain a lot of it, even though the other two have ways to cater to any one size of the hardcore audience. The Wii still won. But with the Wii U, man, that's kind of like the main thing I keep seeing with the Wii U. That people say, oh, because Nintendo isn't making a huge profit off the Wii U, then Nintendo is going to die as a video game company. They're probably just going to die out, never reform again, or maybe they'll just be only developing software for this Sony and Microsoft's consoles. Bull. Even if that happens, even if like for some mystic chance that Nintendo actually dies a console, the Wii U fails, and anything else with the console, they're gonna pull a Dreamcast, so to say. Then Nintendo still has their ace in the hole. Nintendo still has their handhelds, which sold pretty freaking well ever since the conception. I mean, the Game Boy is a huge hit. The Game Boy Color is a huge hit. The Game Boy Advance is a huge hit. The DS, I don't need to say more. And the 3DS, like past its first year, the 3DS is selling pretty darn well. I mean, you have good games. I mean, they have Mario Kart, they have Kid Icarus, they have Fire Emblem, which for some reason sold a lot more than usual Fire Emblem, mostly because it caters to to people who haven't played Fire Emblem. And then new games are gonna come out, like Mario and Luigi. They're gonna supposedly come out with Smash Bros. On 3DS. Again, we haven't seen that yet, but we know it's coming. And some other cool stuff some of the cool stuff I can't really say. But you kind of get the idea, in that Nintendo's handhelds are pretty much destroying any other handheld company that's pretty much making pure handheld games. For example, has anyone heard about the PS Vita? I mean, only here from Screw Attack, only just minor information about the Vita, like months apart from each other. If anything, the Vita's dying, and the Vita's dying might as well be discontinued. I mean, the only other handheld device that gets pretty more amount than the 3DS are the mobile devices. But the question is, are you counting mobile devices? Are you comparing mobile devices to the 3DS? No, they're not the same. With mobile games, people could just make a game, crud as they most of the time are, just put it into the App Store or Android Market, whatever, and then we could quick buck out of it. But for the 3DS, it's major pure handheld gaming. It's pretty much made for gaming. The iDevices are not. The Android devices are not. Well, unless they come up with a model that actually is suited primarily for gaming. But until then, you gotta get the idea. So, Nintendo's not gonna die anytime soon. No way. Even if the Wii fails, if it's comparable to Dreamcast, if the Wii U is comparable to Dreamcast, at least we could say the Nintendo died as a console proudly. I mean, I've heard the Dreamcast is a pretty freaking awesome console, so... Well, yeah. But again, people suspect for Nintendo. People actually respect Nintendo. I mean, freaking Sony and Microsoft ripping off their stuff as they will. At least they're they're not really acknowledging it, but at least they're showing to the fans that at least they know Nintendo enough to steal their products. They steal their products with the freaking Move and Kinect. Although the Kinect is weird. Now, granted, I kind of like to see Kinect be improved. To be honest, I don't have an Xbox, but I actually would be impressed if the Kinect will actually do as it's intended to. But with the Move, what move? But yeah, that's what I was saying. Because Nintendo, actually, they know how to cater to their fans. Granted, not all the time, but who does? I mean, like, there is no such thing as a fan is easily pleasable, especially if they have a huge fan base. Like, for example, let's say Microsoft fan base isn't that good, especially when it comes to EA. Yeah, the EA's fan base is dropping like crazy. Activision, well, I guess Activision is screwing itself over with selling too many of the same game. So, Square Enix, I don't need to say more. I mean, but still, I like Square Enix. It's kind of a side note. I still love Square Enix. Just that they're just not doing it right. Capcom, more or less same thing. Although I didn't care as much about Capcom to Square Enix, especially since they're going to start caring about, easy to access games like mobile games. If they continue with handheld games, cool. But yeah, Capcom, Square Enix, man up, make good games, please. Like, oh, hey, Square Enix, remake Final Fantasy VII, dang it! Everyone who is Square Enix fan since the early 2000s, or even earlier than that. I don't know when Final Fantasy VII came up, but whoever played Final Fantasy VII is waiting for you to remake that. Where is it? You can make an easy something like a 3-digit million dollars out of that. Just out of that one game. Okay, maybe not 3-digit million dollars, but yeah, 3-digit million dollars out of Final Fantasy VII Remake. And Capcom, come on, Capcom. You're doing so well with Monster Hunter. Make interesting games. Don't just make social games. People are not going to respect you for it if you're just going to make a crossover. Okay, see, now you know what I'm talking about here? Because, like, even though good companies are making crud, people still want them to succeed. Like example, again with Square Enix, do you want Square Enix to succeed? Yes, you do. You want Square Enix to do good. Because they have done good in the past, you want them to do good in the future. It's just that because they're making crud, they're having less respect. Same thing with Nintendo. Nintendo's been making good stuff over the years. Over decades even. But because, Nintendo's not doing so well, people just outcry, no, Nintendo's dead, Nintendo's dead, forget it. Until Rayman Legends comes up. Speaking of. But yeah, again, with people people respect Nintendo. It's the third party company that don't respect Nintendo that much. I don't know why companies not respecting Nintendo that much. Just because, they think that the Wii U is underpowered. Yeah, well, wait till the next Xbox comes out and ends up it being underpowered. Or it having super glitches that people are going to say, nope, forget it. We're just going to pull a 360 again. And saying, oh, no, what? Screw you guys. PS3, even more so. Oh, man, the PS4. I wonder how bad the PS4 is going to end up, at launch. I mean, if it's going to be the PS3 at launch, then I dare you. If the PS4 launches crud like the PS3 does, I dare you to just say the PlayStation is dead. I dare you to say that. Because otherwise, then you're going to remember, oh, wait, Nintendo did that, and the Wii U's doing great with their new stuff. Well, that's it. I got nothing else more to say. I've pretty much done a little rant on how people keep disrespect Nintendo even though they really do respect Nintendo. And how, Nintendo's making good stuff. That just because one thing is failing doesn't mean Nintendo's going to die off for good. It just means Nintendo's going to do better. Well, anyway, that is all for Thoughts On. So, I don't know if you hated it because I ranted for too long or if it's not going to help you at all, but whatever. Next Thoughts On I have in mind. I have plenty of topics in mind, however, this next one I have a special care on for this one because the next one is something special but something to do with an earlier topics I made actually. But right now, see you guys later.